Origin Chance, from CG Reaction. This is how Democrats are reacting to Trump 2024 presidential win. This was channel Today channel. Yeah, okay. I reacted to a Trump victory video from something Australia News. Now, in that video, I've been accused of being a Trumper or something, whatever that is. Oh, you're pro-Trump, this and that. I said nothing about being pro-Trump in the entire video, right? If you watch the video, there's nothing pro-Trump about it. One thing I'm saying, like, I'm neither Trump, neither Kamala Harris, I don't care. But people instantly, oh, you're pro-Trump, didn't know that, bye, and like, when people told me like there are type of people in America who is like very touchy-feely, snowflakes, the words were thrown around, and I'm like, that's probably exaggeration. I never witnessed that until now, right? Without even realizing context, without even realizing what I'm saying. They instantly like, oh, I don't want 20 people unsubscribed. Never happened to me in like 4 years since I started this channel, not at that number. But 20 people instantly unsubscribe, like, I'm not like, it's a Trump supporter. How the fuck am I? First of all, I'm not a Trump supporter because I'm not American. I'm nobody's supporter. Some people say, oh, this is not funny matter. Yeah, it is. Every single one of your comedy shows from SNL to like Daily Shows and Tonight Show will make jokes left and right from about this. Jon Stewart will make jokes about this. What do you mean? Your people will make jokes about this. You're the left-wing people, right? So what do you mean it's not funny? There are people, I know my friends that are afraid. It's like, really? Your friends are afraid, right? What some dictator came to power is in North Korea? Chill the fuck out, right? Like, that really surprised me, I'm not gonna lie, right? People directly accusing me without realizing context. And like, people just point like, oh, this is not funny. Your comments I don't like. Like, how soft are you? Anywhere outside America, you're not going to survive. I'm just telling you right now. I don't live in America, and believe me, you're not going to survive outside America. I never realized that people are that touchy, but damn. Again, I'm going to say it. I'm not a Trump supporter or Kamala Harris supporter. I don't care either way. I like to analyze, like political, social element of things, right? I like to analyze this thing, how people's psychology works at that scale, at grander scale, local scale. I like to analyze that, like how things are working, right? It's very scientific to me. And that's what this is about, right? And yeah, things are always funny. You can make jokes out of anything, even the dark moment, right? That's how it works. It will lighten a moment. If you're so terrified of this moment, making light of the moment is actually will get you through. That's how it works. But no, you can make joke about this. Really? Every single one of your people on channel is gonna make joke about it. Just wait and listen. So, I don't know, like, based on that, I don't know what this video is going to be about, but I kind of know how Democrats are going to react to Trump or something. Let's wait. And I've said in the past, right, my views are not really right-wing, but then again, my views are not really left-wing in an American sense, how American left is. So, it doesn't make sense of me being supporter of anything. So, let's watch it.
Kamala Harris's loss, a stunning defeat for Democrats.
I'm just devastated.
A somber mood at Harris's watch party overnight after Donald Trump dominated.
Why are you crying? Why are you crying? This doesn't make sense to me. It's a presidential election. Nobody... I don't understand that. I've never seen somebody cry here in my country where somebody gets elected, even if they hate. It's a political election. I get it, like, okay, but it's not the crying level of thing. I don't, I'm baffled. I don't understand this whole thing, right? Like Bill Burr once said, like, it's a presidential election. Your life's not going to change that much. I mean, come on. There's always a Republican president, then Democrat president, then Republican president. It happens all the time. Why are you crying? That doesn't make sense to me.
Going through the so-called blue wall of Midwest states that Democrats had counted on. Improving on his 2020 margins in more than 2,000 counties. In the key swing state of Pennsylvania, Harris underperforming President Biden's results. And further down the ballot, Republicans also flipped the Senate to their side.
America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate.
Now for Democrats, the soul-searching begins. After an unprecedented race with Harris stepping in as the presidential candidate just 100 days ago when President Biden withdrew.
What does that mean, unprecedented? What unprecedented thing happened here? Like, in the past, this has never happened between the race. Like, this is a serious question. Somebody comment now, what about this is unprecedented? Like something different happened this time? Like, I don't know.
Harris tried to distance herself from Biden, but perhaps was still hampered by his legacy.
This is about what the Democrats did while in office over the last 4 years. Inflation, which was so high during much of this administration, and many people are still feeling the pain of that.
Exit polls show voters listed the economy as a major issue. Harris also underperforming in key areas.
Where she's coming up short are in the cities.
Even struggling in blue strongholds like
cities. Democrats not winning in cities. Like, what hope you have after that? Now look, inflation. I'm gonna say, okay, I have two things to say about that. I don't think you can 100% blame Biden and Democrats like that. I mean, there was COVID, right? You can't walk past COVID, right? Everybody was hit by COVID. Then again, like, he's like, what was a $1 trillion plus money that he just gave to people that went to basically everybody, even like Tom Brady and everybody who's like really rich, like they don't need money. So it was like government's handling was really bad. They said like, oh, it's government is like a leaky bucket, right? It's gonna lose a lot of money, but it lost way too much money. I'm pretty sure even Bill Maher, who's like left wing, was like criticizing really heavily that, right? I don't know. So, but then again, like COVID was there, so it's like, I know both sides. Like, I don't know if you can 100% blame Biden.
Like New York and Virginia, despite a massive campaign blitz from major Democratic stars. Harris also came up short with key minority groups. According to exit polls, Latino men favoring Trump by a 10-point margin after backing President Biden by 23 points 4 years ago.
Yeah, see, people tell me that it's not about being a woman, but come on, like this is like a clear thing. Like they voted 60% for Biden, but they were not ready to vote for Harris. Look at that, they only voted 36% for Trump, but suddenly what changed? Trump was not in power in any way since they voted for Biden. Trump was not in power, he's in power now. So what changed? Clearly they didn't want to vote for Harris, right? At least these are men, so I guess it makes sense.
Democrats now face an uphill battle.
And we know it is time for a new generation of leadership in America.
With Harris's message clearly not resonating with enough voters, Democrats are now left trying to sort out how to turn the page now. And already you're beginning to hear questions in terms of that Monday morning, or in this case Wednesday morning, quarterbacking among Democrats. Among the questions right now, whether it would have made better sense for President Biden after Democratic successes in the midterms in 2022 to have stepped down then. Remember, he promised to be a transitional president in the past to allow for a full primary for the Democrats to pick their candidate going forward, and perhaps to give that candidate more time to gear up for this battle with Donald Trump. The bottom line is there are so many questions, so few answers, and the Democrats have a lot of figuring out what to do next that begins right now.
All right, Peter, thank you so much. We return to Hallie Jackson and Chris.
You gonna blame Biden for this? I mean, I get it what you're saying. Like maybe if Biden stepped down earlier, they would have had time to figure out who's gonna lead them or something. Maybe. But I would say Biden that late shouldn't have stepped down at all. Like I get it, like he had problems and maybe he wouldn't have voted in, right? Maybe he wouldn't have won second term for the Democrats. These are maybes. But as soon as near the election you decided to step down, they created this no confidence mentality in people's mind about Democrats. So this was coming, right? That was a blunder. He shouldn't have stepped down that late. That's what I'm saying, right? Maybe earlier, like they say, he should have stepped down and they would have time. But what, like 3-4 months, whatever you had, you couldn't like do some kind of like a unprecedented process of figuring out who you should like elect for the Democrat Party. You just went for point blank, like, oh, Harris is going to do it. Okay. I don't know. So that's the point they're making, right? If Biden stepped down, maybe we would have had some rigorous process. If we would chose somebody besides Harris. That's what they're saying, right? I don't know.
Walker. So let's talk about that. There was going to be a lot of soul searching and hand wringing and probably some finger pointing. And let's just start where Peter.
You already started.
I mean, is the original sin here that Biden stayed in the race when perhaps he should have stepped aside and had an open primary and perhaps Democrats would have had a better shot? Is that one of the lessons Democrats are talking about?
Absolutely. It's one of the things that Democrats are talking about.
Okay, they're going to talk now. All right. Look, man, here's the thing I'm going to say, right? The Democrat reactions part is over. But yeah, here's what I'm going to say. Kamala Harris's whole point was like, this is like next level. This is like a next level of progression. It's like changing in like style, changing leadership type of thing, rather than actually talking about like what I would do different than what Biden did. Rather than talking about policies, she was going like, oh, I'm a woman president, so that's different. Hillary already did that. That didn't work. Like, like I don't follow American politics that, like sharply, but even fleetingly, I can see these things. I can see problems rising up, right? How they didn't see that, right? There's a lot of issues that even left-wing Democrats, who's not too left-leaning, who's just going completely crazy, wanted their candidate to say certain things are ridiculous and I'm not for it type of way. She didn't do that, right? She played safe. She said, oh, I'm a woman president, so that's new. By the way, I agree with everything Biden did. I would do the same thing type of way. That didn't resonate with people. I think that was a big ass blunder. And as far as Democrats are reacting, like I said, I already saw firsthand on my video how people's reaction are. So yeah, people crying or something, I don't understand that, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure this is nothing new in America. Like this happens a lot, people cry and all that. I always assume this is like SNL exaggeration. I didn't know people actually cry like that. It's a presidential election. You're crying like somebody died in your family or something. Are you kidding me? Right? I seriously don't understand. I'm not trying to make fun of it. I'm seriously baffled. Like, okay, I mean, that would never happen, where I live. If somebody else comes in power that you don't agree with, even if you fear, nobody's going to cry, right? I don't know. Right, well, that was Democrats' reactions to Trump 2024 presidential win, I guess. I don't know how Trump's, presidency is going to be. I guess we'll see, right? I don't know. I guess next Congress elections, like who's going to be, leading that, is going to change how the presidency is going to be. Because if there are Republicans dominating there as well as president is being Republican, Trump will have a lot of power. If Democrats there, Trump won't have that much power. I guess it will be interesting to see how that works. But yeah, right, well, I'll see you next time.